The Grand Army of the Republic has recently taken over an old Sith temple, and they've positioned a garrison there, ensuring that the droids could not get a hold of it. A beach beside the temple was reinforced with tank traps, tanks, and AV cannons, along with a slew of men to protect it from any sort of water invasion. The Separatists understood that taking the Sith temple was important, but they were busy on other parts of the galaxy. So they contracted out the battle to a group of rogue mercenary Mandalorian warriors who were more than willing to fight for money. Additionally, they supported the Mandalorians with Separatist vehicles, wanting to add a little bit more oomph to the fight. Understanding that the Mandalorians were going to come from the beaches, the 212th hunkered down for a brutal and gruesome fight. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Daily Tactics here, back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at Warmod. And what we're going to be doing today is a massive beach defense in front of this old Sith temple against the Mandalorian army that has been contracted out by the battle droids. It should be just an absolutely massive battle. The Republic has 2 AV cannons, an ATTE, and E-Web turrets galore, along with, tank-trapped beach, and the Sith Temple back here is just filled to the brim with clone troopers as well. As for the Mandalorians, I mean, they have some of the most powerful weapons in the game, along with bazookas, AATs, and some of these smaller attack craft as well. So it's going to be a pretty epic battle, if I do say so myself. Real quick, before it begins, I want to say thank you all so much for the support. We just hit 225,000 subs. We've been growing like crazy in the past week or two, and I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome to all the new fans, and thank you for sticking around to everyone else who has been hanging out in the Daily Tactics crew for a while. So thank you guys. If you don't mind just hitting that like button, helps me out a ton. Let's try and get 1,500 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you have not already, and comment down below what kind of battles you would like to see next. All right, let's get it going here. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, let's go ahead and press start right now, and the Mandalorian army should begin its march forward that they're crossing over it's not an ocean, it's more like a lake, I would say. Maybe it's a river. It's like a river leads into a lake, sort of a thing, a little river basin, and it's shallow enough actually that the Mandalorians can just walk, which I think is kind of hilarious, but whatever. It's fine. It's not a very deep lake, it just looks kind of funny. So here we go. You can see this AAT has got its sights on this E-Web turret right here. It is poised to fire, and there it goes. Big miss. It hits the tank traps actually in front of the clone troopers here, doing really no damage at all. But now the Mandalorians begin to full-on fire at the clone troopers. Tons and tons of laser fire coming from both sides here. Lots of death on the Republic side of things. Let's see how the Mandalorians are doing. Well, we can't really see the dead bodies too well because most of them are underwater. But I'm sure there are some if the tanks don't step over them, which they are, and that will actually delete the dead bodies. So it might be a little bit difficult to actually gauge how many troopers end up dying in the end of this battle, but it will still be one heck of a battle. One heck of a battle indeed. I love a good beach invasion, and this is really no exception. I really like this beach invasion because it's so, like, short. You know, the beach is right there, so the clones are like on the beach, but then you immediately get into a wooded area over here that can overlook the beach below. I think that just looks so cool. I really, really love that. This map was made by the legendary Men of War map creator, Captain Orange. He makes some of the best maps I have ever seen in Men of War Assault Squad 2. They're just wonderful maps. I think the best part about them is that they, you know, take fun concepts and make them into a reality. And of course, he always has Lord Gonk on the map, which is a beautiful thing. I think Lord Gonk on this map is somewhere up here. Yep, there he is. Gonky boy! What's up? We've actually used this map once before, I believe, but only once, so this is still a relatively fresh map for us. Sadly, map creation in Men of War has definitely died down, especially as the game has gotten older. There are still some dedicated map creators, which is awesome, but I would definitely say that people have sort of moved on to other games for map creation. I know a lot of people went over to Ravenfield, some people went over to other modding for other games like Arma 3 and stuff like that, so it's definitely settled down for Men of War, but we still do get a treat every once in a while, and that's all good. And I mean, there's so many maps to choose from to begin with that, you know, we'll never really run out of content, because reusing maps is a beautiful thing, because you can do different parts of the map. I mean, we've never done a beach invasion on this map. Last time we did a woods invasion over here and like sort of a little river crossing. So this is still pretty much a fresh map for us, since we've never really explored this part of the map, which makes it kind of fun. We're also using, if you hadn't noticed, the CGI clone troopers. I saw a lot of people requesting that I bring these boys back into the fray, and I am more than happy to do that. I think these guys just look so sick. They're more modeled towards the actual Clone Wars TV show instead of the, you know, Episode 3 clone troopers that most of the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod clone troopers are made after, which is kind of cool. And of course, we're gonna do some more ASV mod too. I have an idea for just like a totally gruesome Clone Wars battle, which I think will be really, really fun to do, so I'm excited for that. Either way, back to the battle. The ATTE is just taking so many shots right now. You can tell it's done its duty in this battle. Duty. I'm a child. And it's killed quite a number of Mandalorians and done quite a bit of damage to the Mandalorians. However, it is taking a lot of heat right now, especially from the Mandalorian tanks, resulting in it getting pretty damaged. It's lost its top gunner. Additionally, the AV cannons seem to be down for the count. They have no more gunners inside of them, so that's gonna, you know, definitely take away from the clone defense here. Those cannons are really good at annihilating infantry, so having those things go down is definitely a pretty steep loss. The clone troopers on the beaches themselves are for the most part dead. I mean, they've just been battered by shot after shot from the Mandalorians, but further up into the more wooded area here, we've still got plenty alive. Not to mention, a lot of E-Web turrets are still manned. This one right here, it looks like its gunner died. This one as well, but this one's still alive, this one's still alive. We might have some over here, perhaps? Nope. Oh, this one died. Look at this! One of the Mandalorian, you know, CIS tanks is just coming on through here. Wow, who shot that rocket? That was so bad! You just hit the temple, dude! Why? That was so bad. Oh, that rocket trooper, man, needs to work on his aim a little bit. It certainly doesn't help that there is a massive storm going on, and you can see the wind is really shaking the trees up. So maybe it's, you know, catching the rocket troopers off guard a little bit. Either way, it does look like that little tank was finally taken out. Big kaboom, big kablooey, as it finally goes down. ATTE still really surprising me how long these things can stay alive. It's super bizarre. Sometimes they go down a lot faster, and sometimes they stay alive for a very long time. So that one is clearly one of the ones that's just staying alive, baby. Staying alive, staying alive. We have a whole lot of Mandalorians out here, just sort of hiding in the water at the moment. And other than that, the Mandalorian assault has really actually gone relatively poorly here. I'm a little bit surprised. Oh, this AV cannon got remanned. What? Okay, well that's good for the clone troopers. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, the Mandalorians have 3 AATs over here, which is pretty good. They have one of these little tanks, but then infantry-wise, the Mandalorians are doing very, very poorly. Oh, and there goes 2 of these AAT tanks. Or actually, one of them. I didn't realize there was a 4th that was already dead. So yeah, the clones are holding out considerably well. I mean, the interior of their defense hasn't even been touched yet. And of course, this tank is still very much alive, which is a big Chungus unit. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to pause And might be controversial here, but I will give the Mandalorians a little bit of reinforcements because I feel like I would like to see, if the reinforcements can pull it off, I would like to see the temple defense in action because there's so much of this battle we haven't gotten to see. There's so many clones left alive, and it's clear that they're not going to do it with the small amount of forces that they have currently. So I'll be right back, and I'll give them just a little bit of reinforcements. Alrighty then, boys, just a tiny bit of reinforcements for the Mandalorians here. I think enough troopers where they might actually be able to get into the temple defense, but I'm not entirely sure if they'll have the punch from these troopers to actually, win this battle. And after all, they don't have really any tanks left. There's one tank there and one tank here. It's not a lot. It's not a force of tanks that's going to make a huge difference during the battle overall, so we could still see the Mandalorians getting swept. And I mean, we're still seeing tons of them going down as they do this little lake crossing here and beach invasion. They're getting hit pretty hard, and I think this ATTE tank is just such a solid force for the Republic right now. Its front cannons can one-shot, I'm pretty sure, and if it did have the top cannon, that thing would be going nuts and, doing some massive HE explosions, but sadly the clones do not have access to that currently. The left side seems to be doing better than the right side for the Mandalorians. They obviously don't have to deal with that ATTE, and the big threat to them, the AV cannon, was taken out by the previous batch of Mandalorian forces. Here comes an AAT coming in deep, very similar to that last thing we saw come in very deep over here, and I don't know if it's the best idea. It is getting some nice flank shots on the ATTE, which is resulting in it actually being on fire. That means that thing is not long for this world. I'd love to see it go down if we can, but I'd also like to see that AAT in action because I have a feeling that thing might go down soon too. There goes the ATTE blowing up sky high. That is a big little victory for the Mandalorians. A big little victory. A bit of an oxymoron there, but hey, whatever. Actually, this AAT is getting very little contest right now. It doesn't seem like there's any bazooka troopers around here for the clones. If it does go any deeper, it will get an onslaught from like all of these guys over here who have bazookas. So this thing is not exactly safe, but for now, it'll live a little bit. I am seeing some of the clones attacking it with light arms fire. A good strategy. It might weaken it a little bit, but probably not do enough damage to actually get the kill on it. So the Mandalorians on this right flank over here managing to push in very far, actually getting into the fortress area over here. Not really a fortress, I guess more of a temple, as it is. But they're getting in there, the clones in the back, finally getting to see a little bit of action. There's still a ton of clone troopers left alive, and really not too many Mandalorians. They're pretty scattered out here, and they've taken some considerable losses. We'll see if the reinforcements manage to do it. I know if the reinforcements do manage to do it, there will be some people upset that I basically gave the Mandalorians the victory by giving them reinforcements, but I really wanted to see this battle go on. I'm sorry, guys, but if the battle's only 5 minutes long and we don't even get to see all of the defenses partake in it, I want to get a little longer. I want to see more, just for my sake, I'd like to do that. And I know a lot of people agree with me, but there's always someone in the comments who are like, why'd you do it? Why'd you add reinforcements? They had the victory. But it's like, I'd rather take fun and checking it out than, it's more about the action for me than the actual victor. I'd rather see, these clones do an epic final stand against, reinforced Mandalorians than to not get to see as much of the battle, that sort of a thing. So this is definitely worth it to me. All right, the clones are getting hard attacked by some Mandalorians on the far right while also getting pressured on the left here. It's resulting in a lot of them going down really rapidly here. The E-Web turret is trying its best to stem the tide of Mandalorians that are pushing on forward, but it's really getting very little support. I think one major flaw of the backlines of the clone troopers here is that most of them are getting suppressed pretty quickly, and they're not actually partaking in the battle enough, and they're not getting enough fire out to actually help out their larger E-Web turrets and troopers with miniguns and things like that. So the Mandalorians are actually able to sort of sweep through the backlines with little contest. Actually, yeah, the Mandalorians, once they broke the beach defenses and the ATTE, they had a very easy time in this battle. The Mandalorians are absolutely sweeping at the moment with this battle going down. So the Republic is in disarray. And I'll be right back, because I'm adding more reinforcements, baby. Yeah, that's right, boys. The Republic has come through and sent forward a horde of clone troopers to try and salvage the defense of the Jedi Temple here. It's in all fairness, I gave the Mandalorians a ton of reinforcements. I'm gonna give the clone troopers a ton of reinforcements to see if they manage to retake the Jedi Temple here. Let's observe. So the clones are pushing in from the wooded area pretty hardcore style right now. They're getting a lot of shots off. It looks like they are managing to kill a few Mandalorians, but the Mandalorians are putting out a nice little fight themselves, sprinkling the Republic lines with some pretty good fire here, managing to connect with a few of them. I have a feeling this is only the start of this little battle, as there's just tons of Mandalorians all the way back here on the beaches as well that still haven't really come forward. There's also this Mandalorian tank and one more tank. Oh yeah, this one's still alive too. So the Republic's going to have a lot to sort of push through, and I think the reinforcements arrive just in time to be able to sort of get here before the Mandalorians establish themselves in the defensive positions that the clones previously inhabited. So they're managing to actually push into the city here, or temple here. Whatever, I don't know why I keep calling this thing the wrong thing. They are taking some pretty intense losses from the Mandalorians, who have managed to bunker down, but the clones are managing to outweigh them with numbers. There's a lot of clones coming on in here, and they're managing to sort of outweigh the Mandalorian forces with good numbers, since the Mandalorians are so scattered about across this map. I think the big threats in the way of the clone troopers are, in fact, this AAT tank, this smaller tank, which I've lost. It's somewhere around here. And of course the Mandalorians on the beaches, where they have some pretty tight defenses available to them, where they might actually be able to use them now. So the clones are coming through here. They're taking some substantial losses, but they are managing to keep that momentum going and perhaps roll on through here and seize the victory. We don't know if that's possible just yet, but we are hoping that it might be. The big thing is this AAT is managing to get so many good shots off on these clones, killing large amounts of them. There are clone bazooka troopers, but it seems really difficult to hit this thing. They do manage to take it out there, which is very nice for the clone troopers. More Mandalorians back here managing to fire away. Some of them are still just like hanging out in the water and stuff like that, which is super bizarre. So the clones are going to have to go attack them at some point here. A few Mandalorians over here getting trampled by the clone army that's coming on through. This smaller tank over here is still managing to get a lot of clone kills. It's taking them out one by one with its fire, supporting that Mandalorian infantry behind it, and really doing a nice little flank of the clone troopers right here. That's a beautiful sight to behold right there. Very well done, sirs. Very well done. All right, more of the Mandalorians back here on the beach are going down. The clones have managed to retake the temple area, and now they're retaking their beach defenses. The Mandalorians in the water, just firing away at them, trying to stem the tide of clones. Still getting some kills on these clone troopers, but the weight of the clone reinforcements are really, really strong, and they're managing to just outweigh the Mandalorians, chop them down, take out these losers. Yeah, clone army for the win, baby! You love to see it. You just love to see it. It's actually kind of hard to observe the battle when everyone's underwater. Okay, we got sort of a last stand over here with the Mandalorians. Yeah, let's see if we can Rambo one. That's always kind of fun. There we go. We got a kill before dying. Yeah, I might have gone a little nuts with the clone reinforcements here, but I also went a little nuts with the Mando reinforcements, so I feel like all's fair in love and war. So one last Mandalorian here. He's about to die, and now there is really just this droid tank over here. I don't even know if the clones, like, realize. Go kill them. Go. There you go. Hey! Very nice. Ah! So, the clones lose the beach to the Mandalorians. They lose the temple, and then clone reinforcements come on in and seize the day. So it is a clone victory at the end. Both sides ended up getting reinforcements, so there is just a lot of dead across this battlefield. Yellow are dead Mandalorians. There are just hundreds of them, maybe even 1,000 dead Mandalorians on this battlefield, and hundreds of dead clone troopers for sure, and the clone reinforcements are still here. They're just shooting dead bodies right now, being weirdos. So guys, that's about it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. It was a very dynamic battle. We had a lot going on. I think it's kind of fun to put in reinforcements every few battles and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and smash that like button. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.